Hey, Curtis, good morning. Retiring the stock market session 5, is it?
Yeah, that's correct.
August 17th, 2024. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Welcome back. And getting right into it. You had a couple of questions for me. What was the first one?
Just your thoughts overall on Starbucks. It had a big run up. What was it? I think it was like 20%, if I'm not mistaken. And just curious to know if your thoughts are it's too late to get in right now and let it like mellow out and settle down. It might be a slight pullback once, the effect of the news of the CEO dies down, or would you get in at this point? And it seems like it's at the top.
Starbucks is the stock you gotta be patient with. I think I'm gonna teach you that the news is not reliable.
Hmm.
Okay, that's like the first lesson. So don't rely on it. I was trading Starbucks. I think it's in my top 10
Yes,
stock list,
yes.
core 10 stocks list, and I want to run through my stocks list for you today. Again, make sure you have it. And with these stocks, you get behind, it'll keep you out of trouble, and they're going to be very good. And then I want you to compare that with your own list. Not that you're going to copy mine, but you're going to compare them. You're going to use mine as a guide for yours, and know that you're always looking to improve. You're always looking to vet your weak stocks and improve your core 10.
Correct.
But for Starbucks specifically, I remember this is important. It was at 108 and it traded down. It dropped down to set about 70, 69. And right
Hmm.
away, I think I said a message, say, hey, buy an opportunity. And that's something that I need you to be patient with when we're doing cycle. All stocks are cycles, and there's buying opportunities when it dips, and then when it peaks, when you have a profit, I'm going to pull the trigger,
Yeah.
and that's basic trading. And regardless of the news, Starbucks dipped, right? More importantly, it's a trend. It dipped from the high, and then it was a buying opportunity, and then it came right back up. Now, it's blind luck that they got Chipotle CEO Nikolai something.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
remember too much about him, but I know that he's a hot commodity, kind of like a known leader in his field.
Yes.
So in a sense, that's bad for Chipotle and it's good for Starbucks. But I know Chipotle is already correcting. I mean, Chipotle went down, Starbucks went up, and I know Chipotle is already coming back up. So it's like I'm just following these trends, right? Actually, I have both
Hmm.
of these. That's so funny. I have both of these in my core 10. CMG Chipotle
Yes.
and then SBUX Starbucks. So Chipotle, I'm in it, and it went down. So buy an opportunity. And at Starbucks, it went down by the opportunity. Now it's back up. So honestly, right now, it's a short term sell. Okay.
Okay.
Um. However, I'm looking at the chart. The Starbucks will break 100. Okay. Now saying that, you have to give it some time because it has to basically conform to its general trade patterns. If you look at Starbucks 5 year,
Okay.
you'll see trading cycles. If you look at the 2 year, you'll see. I think you'll see a pattern. So don't worry about the news because the news is going to happen regardless. Look at the pattern and the cycles of these stocks. That's what I see.
Okay. Understood.
The call dipping, buy opportunity. Starbucks dips, now it's up. So to benefit from Starbucks, you gotta take the long term approach. Okay,
Okay.
I want you to be patient. I noticed that you're doing a lot of day trading. So the
Correct.
problem with day trading is that you're trying to get that daily or weekly gain, and it's difficult because for one, it's hard to forecast where the stock's going, where the market's going. But also, it's hard to take advantage of these longer term trends, which happen in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, like I say for Starbucks. And and um and if you're trying to close, get a profit or scalp or swing trade, um, I don't want you to ignore those swings.
Yeah.
I don't want you to ignore those patterns, which take just a little longer. They take longer than the day trading. If you're focused
Yeah.
on day trading, it's almost like there is there's a movie called Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with chess?
Yes. I play.
So the mentor, the old man, is teaching the boy, and he tells the boy, speed chess is not chess. So he's telling, because the boy likes to play speed chess. So what he's telling him is he's teaching him the right way, what he knows how to do, which is the long game chess, not speed chess.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that with day trading. Like I'm teaching you the long term system, which is going to retire you in the stock market. And day trading is only a part of that. It's not the main. And if you're focused on day trade, you're going to miss all these other wonderful uh, trades like monthly cover calls, long-term cover calls, cycles in the market, go a 10-year chart going from the bottom left to the top right so nicely. I mean, you can look at Apple stock, Microsoft stock, and last 10 years and just ask people, how did you lose money on that?
Yeah.
Um, you lose money because you're not taking advantage of those long-term trends. You know,
And you're not patient. That's what you're saying.
yeah, you got to be more patient.
Yeah.
So
So
Starbucks is a short-term, I would say, sell, and I'm not
yes.
saying it's going to definitely go down, but it might maintain.
Yes.
But let's say 3 to 6 months, it'll break 100, and that's
Okay.
all. That's all the trade you need for the whole year is just to get a little bit of a boost. I was obviously Starbucks was up 15 points or 13 points on Monday,
Uh-huh.
16 points, and that's like honestly that's all the boost you need for the whole year in that one position. Understand?
Interesting.
Yes, that's that one position. That's all the boost you need for a long time. So you're waiting, Curtis, like you're waiting. You're looking at the market, you're waiting. If you want to do if somebody wants to do more day trading, I would tell them just be more patient. Wait until you get that perfect environment, and then you see the perfect trade. Then you snipe it. You go for the kill. You know,
Yes.
and I think I was trying to show you that for these cover calls. Oh, your next question is the cover calls were difficult for you.
Well, yeah, before we get to that, I just wanted to do a follow-up questions to the Starbucks. I'm looking at the weekly chart, and I think it goes out um 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm looking at it, and it seems to be it went from 120 all the way down to 68, what you were telling me before, and then it's just been consolidating until this pop. Is that pretty normal? Since this was it hit back in 2021, it hit 120 and then dropped to the 69 and then now in 2023. So it's been about 3 years um, since it's seen these last levels.
Can you see a pattern?
I see a consolidation pattern over the
If you
last
pull
two.
up if you pull up the 5 year chart, can you pull the 5 year chart for Starbucks?
Let me see.
Do you see it was the same price 5 years ago than it is now?
5 years weekly. Yeah, so it's I'm looking at it, and 5 years ago it was probably, let me see. Um it was 50. It hit a low of 50 back in 2019, and then it went up to 126 in 2020, and then back down, and then it just seems to be. It doesn't seem to be a pronounced pattern. It seems to be like it'll hit a
It
high and
it
then it'll
looks
sell
like
off.
it'll on the fire chart it'll appear like a trading stock, which is to say that it's not going up like these other stocks.
Yeah, I guess that's
So you need to trade it, right? Number one. Two, it's also a dividend stock. So right now, write this down: Starbucks 2.4% dividend,
Starbucks.
and it was 3% dividend when the stock was down in the 70s. Now it's back to 2.4 dividend. You understand how when the shares go up, the dividend goes down
Yes.
because dividend is $1 now. So
Yeah.
I would like to show you how I trade Starbucks and focus on also the dividend. That's another thing, and to be patient. Um, since you're day trading, can you pull up the 2 years? Well, you can use the 5 years, but first, like for Starbucks, is a very predictable stock.
Okay.
Okay, one of my favorite stocks actually. If you notice, if you can find the ups and downs, if you can find the movements,
Yes.
okay. What I'll do to help you, I'm gonna take a picture of my phone. I'm not gonna do it now because I don't want to use the screen.
Okay.
If you look at Starbucks in the last 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, even 6 months, you'll see movements up, down, up, down. And what you'll notice, if you can look at these bars,
Uh-huh.
you might want to do candlestick. I like to do candlestick on Thinkorswim.
Yes.
But
Like
regardless if you do candlestick or just look at the basic, you can even use the app, the phone on your app.
yes.
And I showed you how you can go back and it turns blue.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
turns blue.
Yeah, if you click your iPhone on your stocks app that comes with iPhone, it shows you green charts for up days and then red charts for down days, right?
Yes.
But if you click it with your thumb, it'll turn blue, and then you can go back, you slide back, and look at the previous date.
Let me
You know
check.
that?
No, let me do it right now.
Yeah,
I'll
do
pull up
that.
Starbucks.
Go to your stocks app on your iPhone, and then go to let's say Starbucks, and then when you click it with your thumb or your finger, it'll turn blue, and then you slide back, and it'll give you the historic dates and the historic prices.
Are you talking about for Starbucks? Or I mean
Yeah,
Thinkorswim?
I'm talking about Starbucks right now. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about Thinkorswim. I'm talking about
Oh, okay.
your stocks app on your iPhone.
Stocks app. Okay. I don't use it, so I don't
Oh,
think
you
I
don't
have.
use it?
No.
I use my stocks app like when I'm going to like the grocery store.
Okay.
Just real simple. I'm not at the house. I'm not at my computer, and I'm looking at patterns. You asked me about. I told you about math. I like math. I like
Yeah.
seeing patterns. I think there's something there. So if we can make a Starbucks, we'll touch on it more later. But I want to touch
Okay.
it just for a second today because this is important.
Okay.
If you can, if you can take the chart, okay, Curtis, and you can
Uh-huh.
circle, you put a circle around. If it goes like look at my pencil. Can you see my pencil?
Yes.
If it goes up and down,
Yes.
up. What you'll notice is that the distance in points up and down is the same, and then also the distance of how many in the time it goes across is also the same. So you can look at, let's say Starbucks, let's say 2 years, 3 years, and
Yeah.
5 years, and you can identify movements up, movements down, and you can identify that they're the same distance in movement and then the same distance in frequency.
Okay. And what chart are you looking at? Are you looking at like the monthly, the weekly, um,
Longer.
longer?
The monthly and weekly also work,
Okay.
but longer charts are more evident, like 2 years,
Okay.
1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year.
But I mean, as far as the like it's 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, but on a weekly time frame or a monthly time frame, or it doesn't matter.
I think you're asking us specific. I think let's say I look at my stocks app a lot. I think the stocks app is sort of a daily,
Okay.
and it kind of mixes in. If you do a year chart, it may become a weekly.
Okay.
If you do a 5 year, it may become a monthly. It just depends on how they have it set up. But you can see the movements.
Okay.
For example, like if you pull up, let's just say pull up Starbucks. I don't want to load my computer because that'll take too much time right now.
Yeah.
But I can show you the Starbucks chart and how the movements are the same. Like for example, like if you look at the 5 year, right? You see how we're kind of go up and down and back to the same spot. Do you see
Yep.
that or no?
Yes. I'm on
So it's
Thinkorswim
it's
and
not
I can
going
see that.
from like if you look at Nvidia, it's going from like $4 to $100. Okay,
Yeah.
which is straight up. Like, but if you look at Starbucks, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, and we're
Correct.
back to the same where we started. So that's to show you that it's a trade stock in that way. But here's the thing, Curtis: it's not gonna you're not gonna see it on the daily. You got to like the longer term.
Gotcha. So, okay, I'll take a look at that and we can go from there. But it just seems like it's a stable stock. You can predict the variation that's going to happen. And it's similar to Walmart that I trade. Walmart's one of my top 10, and Walmart's very similar to what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably agree with you. You might know about Walmart more than me, but Starbucks, I've been trading it for years.
Okay.
And when it dipped into the 70s, to me, it doesn't matter. It's almost like it doesn't matter the news.
Yeah.
It matters the pattern.
No, I got you. Okay.
So I gave it a buy opportunity when it dipped, and now I think it will break 100, but not on the daily. Probably like a few months,
Yeah.
3 6 months. I think the price to hit is 108. I think that's the resistance at 108. Write it down.
Okay.
Starbucks
Yeah.
108 resistance, but give it 3 months.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
don't want you to focus on day trading and then miss these 3 month trades.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm working on rebalancing as we talked about before. Um, where it's
Patience.
yeah.
Now, Starbucks, I would tell uh, a person that's studying Starbucks to take the dividend, and just be patient with it. Just keep the shares and take that dividend, which is 2.4% right now.
Gotcha.
So do you have it? You have a calculator?
Yep.
Um, Even at 2.4%, right? That's going to be meaningful money at some point, at some size account.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do 2.4% divided by 12? Or 2.4 divided by 12?
500.
So 0.5% a month. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Uh, that's not right. No.
It's 2.88.
Well, if it's 2.4, oh, so 0.28. So a quarter
0.28.
percent, a quarter
Yeah.
percent a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put this in math, right? Let's just. And I know you were in Altria stock, right? I still have that.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to be patient with that one. Also, I want you to just hold it to thick and thin to learn how it moves
Yeah.
and to learn not to run away, not to get scared. So let's put this in dollars, can we? So if you have $100, let's say $1,000. Let's say we have $10,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Multiply $10,000 times 2.4%. What you get? You may not need to do the calculator.
So $240.
Yes. In this case, 248 per
Okay.
year because of, I think it's 2.48 if I'm not mistaken. So $248 per year. Okay.
Hmm.
And divide that by 12, 248.
So it's 0.20.
How many dollars is 248 divided by 12? How many dollars? Not percentage, dollars. $248 a year divided by
20
12. How many dollars a month?
20.66.
20.66.
Yes.
Okay, $20 a month.
Yeah.
Okay. And then divide that by 4.3, which is weekly. There's 4.3 weeks in a month.
Is $4.80.
So a dividend investor has got to be real patient. They're making $5 a month. They're making 480 a week. They're making
Yeah.
480 a week, $20 a month, and $248 for a year with a $10,000 investment.
Hmm.
And I want that to be meaningful to you because those are metrics that you need to understand. We're going to respect those metrics, but we're also going to improve that. And I have now tell me from our lesson so far, how can we improve? Now, I want to be clear. You're getting 248 a year, okay?
Yes.
You're getting $20 a month, which heck, buy some ice cream. Let's be real, You're getting $5 a week. Certain, positive.
Yes.
Actually, the IRS is going to want you to pay taxes on that. So it's got to be real money. Okay. Now, how do we improve that? By the way, when I say you're getting 248 a year, that's a profit. That means that if you're day trading or doing investing, whatever you're doing, and you come to me for these sessions and you have a loss for the year, that means that you haven't even equaled Starbucks 2.4 dividend, which any investor that's going to hold their shares is going to get.
Yeah.
And a lot of traders, unfortunately, are in that predicament where the trade's not very good and they're actually at a loss or let's say a wash. It's just like whatever the amount is, it's not even worth it. And they can't even be patient to get these dividends. And that's why I want to use these dividends as a real basic metric. Like this is the minimum. This is just people that don't do nothing but hold the share are getting money.
But what do you say when I mean, it's not the case for me per se, but it's locking up 10K of your money just to make $200.
Right. So you're comparing it to what you usually do. So I want you to be a shrewd accountant and write down in your journals what you make consistently a year, a month, and a week. Okay.
Year,
You can
month,
also
week.
get it to a day, but a day is kind of like I know I can be down any particular day.
Yeah.
But on the average, you need to have something. You need to know what you are consistently. If you went before Mr. Morgan,
Yeah.
who means business, who is like it can lay down the hammer, whether he can promote you, give you another $1 million account, or kick you out of his building, and then you're gonna have to go back to Walmart or whatever you do. This is a general thing. I'm not saying it works in Walmart.
No, I hear you.
You got to show him exactly how much you make and show him receipts. So now you need to do that for yourself. You need to know exactly how much you're making, and if you're beating Starbucks dividend, and then we can go to our trade dividend, which is what 8%, 7%, which is this roughly double. Actually, our trade dividend is more like triple Starbucks, right?
Yes.
And then increase the metrics, cover call return monthly.
Yes.
Then increase the metrics, day trading to increase your cover calls.
Yes.
Trading your cover calls, increase the metric option trading, call option trading, put option trading. So you need to see where you land on paper, 100% true fact.
Yeah.
And
So
wherever you are,
I've
embrace
looked at
that.
that.
You do that?
Yeah, I do that on a consistent basis, and on
Good.
average, I'm making about maybe $300-400 a day trading solely.
That's
And
funny. I was making 150 a day when I was working back in the 90s.
yeah,
And then I eventually left my job. I was making about 150 a day. There's exceptions, but it was mostly about that. So you say $300 a day?
yeah. Oh, it's some days are much bigger, and then of course some days are smaller. But on average, I'm averaging about three to $400. Um,
Now here's something. Now let's say let's say at some point we're gonna respect ourselves, be happy with $300 a day.
yeah,
I just want to show you something, okay? Even though you're saying you make $300 a day, right? If we know that uh Starbucks pays 480 a week, okay?
hmm
How let's say you want to get that to $300 a day, just a dividend, okay? Divide 480 by 5 because we're going five business days, 5 trading days in a week. So divide 4.80 divided by 5.
is 0.96.
96 cents a day. So is it correct to say Starbucks is paying us 96 cents a day
Yeah,
with 10,000? 10,000?
yes,
Okay, let's do a little bit of math. Okay. If you're getting $300 a day, all right, and we know a 10K Starbucks investor is getting 96 cents a day. All right, how much do we have to add to that 10,000 to make the 96 cents $300 a day? We can divide it. 300 divided by, let's
300
say let's say
divided by
let's say
a
96 cents is
dollar.
a dollar.
Yeah,
Let's say it's a dollar because it's close enough, right?
yeah,
To do it on hand. So all we have to do is multiply our 10,000 by 300,
yeah.
right? So what is that now? 10,000 times 300.
So that's 3 million.
Right. So $3 million in Starbucks is getting us $300 a day.
Correct.
$300 a day is definitely enough to retire, right? At least uh, for a lot of people,
Sure.
it'd be a good. The thing is,
Where I'm
uh,
getting $3 million from though.
with the dividend, right? I'm going to show you.
Yeah,
You don't have to do any trading.
I see what you're saying.
You don't have to check your account. You don't have to skip work. You don't have to do nothing but just hold those shares.
I get you.
And
So
if we're well, let me finish. And if we're at 3 million, we can divide that by 3 to get the Altria dividend.
yeah, and that's a
So that
million.
that 1 million then
Yeah,
1 million in MO gives us a $300 a day.
yeah,
Makes sense.
yep.
Did we do that right? That's almost too good.
It's
And if 1 million, if let me do that 1 million. I'm not gonna double check this. This is too
sure.
good. 1 million in MO equals $300 a day. And double check me if we get this wrong. That means that the White Horse Financial, which is, can you pull up WHF and give me a percent dividend? And
Uh,
we'll do that.
yeah. You said WHF.
Yeah, that's my dividend stock. White Horse Financial, WHF. Give me the percent return in
Um,
dividend.
point 0.385.
No, that's
The dividend.
38 cents. I want the yield. Sorry, the yield.
Oh, the yield is 13.28%.
13.28%. Okay. So let's try to get how much is Altria?
MO. Uh, MO is 7.64%
Six four
yield.
percent yield. Okay, so White Horse Financial is paid 13.28% a year dividend, and Alltrade's paid 7.64% return dividend. We figured out that it's about 3 times as much as Starbucks. So you'll need 3 times less. So make $1 million will give you $300 a day on MO. And then how much will give you $300 a day for White Horse Financial? Can I do that?
We just talked about it, but I'm not sure.
It's
Walk.
almost half because it's almost double percent.
Mm-hmm.
Double would be 15.3. Let's say 60%.
Okay.
Let's do. Can you do 7.64 divided by 13.28? Can you do that?
So it's 0.575.
575. Close enough. So now using the metric about dividends, making $300 a day. The $1 million in Philip Morris, you'll need only 575,000 in White Horse Financial to give you $300 a day.
Yeah.
Now your homework is to double check this so we don't all look foolish.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm getting. So like for me, math is king. I'm just all in my head, like. And even you can start with $10, $100, $1,000, just keep building it up, and then you're getting more and more dividend. And if for cover calls, you get more cover calls. For trading, you get more trading, you get more return. But the numbers have to be consistent. Write this down: consistency. Because if you make 500 in one day and lose 700 the next day, nobody cares.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be the most consistent you can. And then at the end of the month, you need to be consistent. Month to month. Because why? Because those bills are consistent. I'm gonna tell you right. Your mortgage, rent, those are damn consistent.
Correct.
So you have to be very consistent accountant, very consistent at trading. 575K in a dividend stock, which you and me can achieve in easily, probably in our lifetimes. Can get you $300 a day we need. And I want you to think about it that way. Like if you can't do a day trading, you actually it's not. I won't say that. I would say support your day trading with these successful strategies, with these successful
Mm-hmm.
methods, dividends,
Mm-hmm.
cover calls. So your other question was about the cover calls. They were difficult for you. They weren't working out.
Yeah.
Again, I want to say be more patient because we talked about a little bit about AI,
Mm-hmm.
and Tesla and Nvidia are both AI stocks. And Elon is going to release his robo army in I think this October.
Okay.
Do you have a call option for Tesla right now?
No, I've Tesla is my favorite stock to hate, but I'm not in Tesla. I'm only in Nvidia, and Amazon right now.
Let's see if
I have some Walmart and some Monster, but that's it.
here's a short call.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you the log call. It's a little better. I have a couple of pictures on my phone.
Okay.
This is a call that can help you out a little bit. It's out of the money, so it's a long shot. But I got this one recently.
Mm-hmm.
October 255, 635. And here's the one I want to show you on this call. So let's say you want to do a call option for Tesla, and we're gonna see now. I'm not relying on the news because if this call option gets a little bit better, I'm just gonna pull the trigger. Okay, and I'll do another one.
Yes.
All right, because I
Yeah.
like to take prop when I can. So I'm not relying like if his robo army in October is not all that news wanted to see, then I'm okay because the moment I'll probably sell before they actually release the news,
Mm-hmm.
and we can start with a call like this 255. And I want to show you something. You see how the stock is up $2? It says 0.92%.
Correct.
So let's say 1%. And look at the option is up what?
The option is up 8%.
Right. So I look at this and I tell myself, this is 8 times leverage. So if I can get if we bought this today, let's say pay $100 on Monday. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I might look to and I know if Tesla goes up 1%, my options will go up 8%. If Tesla goes up 5%, my options are going to go up 40%. Okay, by the metric that we're showing. So all I need to do is put $800 in this and wait for a nice move in Tesla. And October is giving us about 2.5 months, so I have time. Okay, I have time. I have to wait. I have time to wait for a nice move. Let's say a 10-point move will give us 5% in the stock, and that's 40% in the option, and that's plenty profit for me to pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
So with a 10-point move in the stock in the next month or so, I'm gonna exit this option very nicely. And I'm looking at that news about his robo army that's gonna come out in October, but I'm not relying on it. I'm gonna get out before then because I want to be safe.
Yes.
Oftentimes, I don't know if you do this, but I get out before they release the earnings
Yes.
because I know once earnings come out, it might cool off. You're sending me a picture.
Yeah, I just sent you a picture
Walmart.
of my Walmart option, and you can show it if you would like. But this is, I'm guessing, similar where you think I should close this out in this case because I'm up. They've already had earnings. It's
If
probably
you
trading
are going
sideways
to
at this.
maintain, that's why you asked me if we're going to maintain.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just show you. I'm looking at a Walmart option, which is January, which is great. I like that you have 5 months, right? 5.5 months. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a 70 call, which is in the money. And then Walmart 73.
Yes.
And the option $6. It's almost like it's a very calm stock. Here you're showing profit of 1,000.
Correct.
And you buy that at 372, and now it's 630, so it's almost double. It'll double by 720. So again, you want to be consistent, right? So if you consistently make 100% return, then you want to focus on that, and you're going to sell this at 740, 100% return. And
Okay.
so it's easy to sell. You can sell it now easily and make $1,000, $1,100, and have like I don't know 80% return, whatever it is. But then what about your other trades, right? So if you sell this now 80%, then we look at the other trades and you have losses of 80% or 100% on some of these trades, then it's not consistent, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you want to get it to where you're trading the same metrics. And if, for example, we talked about a win goal and a loss limit, remember?
Yes.
So it would be correct to protect your account. If your trade fails at some point, you have to know when that is. And then let's say sometimes it's a dollar amount, it could be a percentage, right? But
Yes.
let's say this option, right? Let's say you have win goal of 100% return. Okay. So now we want to sell this at 740, 744. No questions asked. Okay, that's 100% return.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have to have a loss limit of let's say 50%.
Yes.
Makes sense. So you have to get out of this if it becomes 160. What is it? 37.
Well, mine is set at what is it? It's
What's
10%
372
off right now.
divided by 2, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Uh, 18.
Say that again.
$1.80. $1.80.
What numbers?
If the 372 went to half,
Yeah.
you could call it a day and take a loss.
Yeah, I will
Why?
be out.
Because you don't want to lose more than, let's say, half. If you
Yeah.
want to get double.
Yeah. No, so that's that 2-to-1 ratio is what you're saying?
Yeah, for example.
Yeah. It's a 1.86, but I'm at this point because I'm so far in the money at 5-10%, I'm selling and then taking that profit at that point.
Now we can put a stop loss to protect these gains, or we just let it go until you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So this is a good position. I would say look at the stock and see where you think the stock can go. But that and looking at the stock looking where the stock can go is a little more important. Well, it's equally as important as controlling your gains and losses.
Mm-hmm.
If there's resistance here in Walmart, I haven't looked at the chart, that you can just sell as a resistance because it probably won't break through.
Yes.
So you're
And
following the pattern of Walmart, not just a dollar amount you're trying to get. You can say,
no.
I want to double my money in this option, but if you look at the chart and there's a lot of resistance, then take it as a resistance. You know what I mean?
Yep. And yeah, it's pretty much at its top right now for over the last 5 years.
I think it's a similar thing for Starbucks. Starbucks has a little more upside, maybe to 108,
Yeah.
but if Walmart's kind of toppy, let's see if it can break a new high. But if that's not going to happen, pull the trigger.
Yeah. Okay.
Good trade, by the way. Were you doing earnings?
Yeah, I traded through earnings. I had this before earnings, but I let it ride because I was up.
Okay, you had a question about covered calls. Okay, here's the thing. Patience. I just um I did a special video for my TikTokers. By the way,
Hmm.
do you follow my TikTok?
Yeah, I saw you last night.
Okay, appreciate that. Did you put a comment?
No, I didn't put a comment because I
Okay.
came in right before you were wrapping things up.
Oh, okay. No worries. I'd love you to ask questions if I have a couple comments, but I'm answering questions and I'm reading
Yeah.
comments. And the point is I'm showing you these sessions I have to see if it can benefit you. And I
Yeah.
had a session last week when we were down $1,000. I was
Yeah.
like, just wait, don't sell. I tell people don't sell because the first lesson is just to wait, get just to
Yes.
see. Because if you sell right away and what people think is a correction or a crash, a lot of times it goes right back up.
Uh-huh.
And we went right back up this week. We broke below 40,000. Now we're back up over 40,000.
Yeah.
And the video was 90. We hit 92 and 95 or something.
92.
Tesla was below
Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
Now Tesla's back up to 216. The video's
Yeah.
back up to 123. So people that sold and didn't get back in have lost a big move.
Yeah.
And this is what I want to show you on the cover call. Stick with it.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can
digging.
watch it's only shares.
Yeah.
The thing about having the nice thing about having shares is you still keep a nice percentage of your position.
Mm-hmm.
You can think about like dollar amount, but also think about like percentage of the position. If you have a call option, the call option gets cut in half. This is that's why I said sell if it gets cut in half, because if I buy an option for 635 and it goes to this one goes to three, let's say 315, I'm gonna say, you know
Mm-hmm.
what, it went the wrong way. I'm gonna lick my wounds. I'm gonna sell, take what money I have. Why do I sell at a loss? To take the money I have, what's left, and put it in a much better position. That's why.
Gotcha.
Not that I want to take a loss, but that I want to save what I have left and revamp. I was wrong; it went the wrong way, and I take what I have left back and I reevaluate.
Mm-hmm.
So when this one goes a little bit higher, maybe another 10-point move. I'm looking for that. 10-point move is. How I said Starbucks has equal movements.
Mm-hmm.
It moves like $1.50 on a small move.
Yes.
So Tesla moves like between 10 to 15 points
Correct.
on a move. So I'm looking for that 15-point. If you study Tesla chart, look for a 15-point move and then pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because it'll come back down. Okay, so my answer to you on the cover calls that you're having trouble with is all you have to do is just keep the shares and keep the cover call and just wait, be patient. Because what? Because it came right back up. Am I right?
In this case, I had reached my expiration date, so I didn't want to lose my share, so I just closed the cover call. But
When you say lose your shares, can we say shares get assigned? Better
yeah,
word, better terminology. Because you don't
yeah,
lose your shares; they sell, right?
yeah, they sell. Correct.
So the stock had gone up, which is to say that you got the premium, right, and share
Yes,
growth.
yes.
So premium and share growth. The first lesson on that is just to let it go, because you want to get maximum premium and maximum share growth. And then let's say what were the metrics for the share selling? What was the strike price? Do you
It
remember?
was 117 and it blew through that. And
Oh, the video,
yeah, and I know
117.
that they have earnings at the end of this month, and I figured that there's still going to be a run up, and then even possibly with earnings, because there's really no indication at this point that they are not going to exceed their earnings as they've done, because they really don't have much competition at this point. And that will change in the future as more people get into this. But right now, I don't foresee NVIDIA missing per se. So I'm thinking
Okay.
overall that NVIDIA is going to continue to run up. And that's why I didn't want to have my shares called, because I figured I would make the premium that I lost plus the share growth. I would make it back, and I did essentially make it back that same day. I made $400 after giving up 700.
Okay. Back to your video cover call. Why not? Um, why not let it get assigned, sell it
Mm-hmm.
117, and then wait and then buy it back. So on Friday, close the third week, the triple week week, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
I know it's on Saturday. It'll show the shares move out of my account,
correct.
and on Monday I'll have the cash there, nice and ready.
Yes.
What I do is I buy those shares back. In this case, maybe higher, maybe 120, 122, depending on what it was on Monday, right?
Yeah, 124.58.
Okay, so I buy the shares back 124, and what I'll do, I'll write the 130.
I see.
That's the first lesson to let it expire, to be patient, to watch it, to stay with their position. And if it's higher, you can buy back on Monday. Now, you know how I do 10 cover calls a year and generally not teach you to do 12?
Uh-huh.
Because some of the times I'm waiting. Okay. I'm waiting for since that video went up nicely. It went up nicely this week, right?
Yes.
Um, and then we got a sign, not lose the shares, we get a sign. We sell the shares at 117 in your case. We it's 124 come Monday. I'm gonna see if it'll dip a little bit. Wait a day or two. Wait 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and see if I can get a dip.
I see what you're
But if
saying.
I can't, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it back at the market, whatever it is, because I'm gonna do right in that cover call.
Okay.
So sometimes when I'm waiting, I'll lose a day, a week, and add these days and weeks up, and you end up having 10 cover calls instead of 12.
Okay.
We can do write this down, 3 to 7 weeks CC, 3 to 7 weeks out. So I can do a cover call for 3 weeks or even 7 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when I wait too long, now instead of writing, it's August. Instead of writing September, I can go to October. Right, way too
Yeah.
long. And then you end up doing 10. But if I'm timing, like, remember timing, Starbucks dips, buy, Starbucks peaks, sell. Chipotle dips, buy an opportunity. Chipotle peaks, sell an opportunity. You know. And
Mm-hmm.
meanwhile, a different cover call trade and a dividend trade is totally different. 100% different strategy. Okay, because I'm showing you how to get the best of both worlds. If we figured out that 575K in Wise Financial is getting you your $300 a day in dividends,
Yes.
right? So use that as a metric. You know, you pick up some Wise Financial dividends, all trade dividends. That's actually just fine. All trade dividends,
Yeah.
and then use that as a foundation to your trading. So you don't go below that. You
No,
know,
I get you.
if you go below that, you should just focus on dividends. You know.
No, I get you. Yeah, so
Um,
I'm currently above, I'm doing well for the year. Monday took a nice little chunk out my behind, but or last week, a couple of weeks back. But I'm making it back at this point.
Now back on your cover call on the video, if you bought the cover call back, right, you paid more to get the cover call back, correct?
Yes, correct.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You still made a gain. How do I know that? Because uh, the shares are the full delta. Okay. See the delta here. My call option is 28 delta.
Uh-huh.
What's your delta for Walmart? You know.
Uh, yeah, give me a second. It's 282, but that's because I got 4 contracts.
Okay. So
So it would be that divided by 4, 282.233 divided by 4. So it's 70.55.
yeah. So your delta is much better because you're in the money,
Yeah.
right? And I'm way out of the money. So my delta is a portion.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at the delta a lot. And I look at if it's worth it, how much I get from my bang for my buck.
Gotcha.
So back on the video on the cover call, you're getting full delta on those shares, 100 shares.
Mm-hmm.
So when you buy back the cover call, if you can we look at that trade, because I think that's important.
Yeah.
You wrote the cover call for how much when it was 117?
It's closed now. It was yesterday, so I would have to dig it up.
But how much did you get premium?
218,
$2.
$218.
Why doesn't that sound like enough? Were you writing a higher cover call to get more share growth?
Uh, yeah, it was something like that. It was definitely, I think when I bought it, I need to pull it up to be exact, but when I bought it, I wrote the higher cover call because I didn't think it was gonna hit. It was like $100 or something like that.
So I'm
And
getting my oh. So when you bought it was 100 and you wrote the 117 to get the full share growth.
yeah,
Good thinking, good thinking. And you end up getting $2.
yeah.
Um,
And then it blew through the 117.
yeah. So you got 17 points and then 218 more for the cover call.
Yes.
Yeah. So you when you buy the cover call back for higher, Do you know what you're about to cover call back for if you sold it for 218?
It was like 700 something.
Let's say it was 7, okay?
Yeah,
So you pay $500 more, which means you gave back $200, which means you still made $300 in the premium, right?
yeah,
But because the stocks went up, you made way more than $300. So you still have a net gain.
yeah. I'm still positive on
It's
money.
okay. It's okay to buy back the cover call, but I want you to really look at your net gain. It's real important.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I buy back my cover call just so I don't have to worry about buying back my shares. But first lesson is always to let it expire, let it trade because you want to stick with your trade. You can always buy it back later and maybe wait for a dip and save money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if that makes sense, we can move
Yeah,
on.
that makes sense. I just in this instant, since I knew the dip is unlikely to come because they have earnings coming at the end of the month, I chose just to not let my shares be called and just to buy back the cover call. That was my thinking.
But can we agree that if you just let it go, you also could be okay? You would have made money.
Oh yeah, I would have made money.
And then on your Tesla, I think you got scared out of that, didn't you?
Yeah, correct. And then it went back up.
All right. Can you agree that if you just kept the Tesla, it would be okay also?
Yeah, I would have been.
So exercise your patience, build your patience, and kind of like build. Also, you're building your faith. You're building your resolve
Hmm.
that you're gonna stay with the stock to get the dividend. You're gonna stay with the stock to get these covered calls. Don't get chased out. You're gonna stay with your trade to get your trade goal. It's all. There's a saying that if you have patience, you can rule the world.
No, I
You're
get
waiting, you're waiting for that right time. Oh, write this down. A proper trader waits for the right time to trade. A proper trader waits for the right time to trade, Godric.
Mhm.
Patience, you're waiting for that dip, buy. You're waiting for that peak, sell. You're waiting for that option to get into your goal, pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, with depends on your trading style, you might be out of the market more than you're in. You know,
Yep.
at least in a particular position, for Starbucks, a lot of the traders are buying that dip and then selling the peak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you. I want you. Your homework is to double check our math of dividends
Okay.
and also look at the Starbucks chart. I'm gonna show you how it's so predictable, so predictable. And you didn't send me any homework this week.
Yeah, I need to take a screenshot and get caught up on it, but I owe you that for sure. A quick question. So I own a company and I have an LLC for that company, and I am thinking about setting up those three accounts as we talked about. One for day trading, one for the dividends, and one for the cover calls, and just setting them all up. But do you recommend doing that under? They have a business account through Charles Schwab where they need my articles of incorporation and all that stuff, and then at least for tax purposes, I get certain write-offs, anything that I'm spending as it relates to the company, right? So is
Absolutely.
do that. Okay.
What state are you incorporated?
Nevada.
Wonderful. You see this? I mean,
What's
I'm trying to point. I'm trying to point at where. Don't worry. Don't.
okay.
I will show you what I have on the screen. Yeah, I do that, and see, you never question or bother me about nothing because the with corporate account, you're more professional. The IRS also doesn't bother you,
Okay.
but they'll bother you with a personal account a lot more
Okay.
because I figure you're just a regular dude. they can get some taxes out of you.
Uh-huh.
You see a corporate account. Oh, this dude knows what he's doing. Oh, it's just Nevada. Oh man, we can't. That. Oh, that's Curtis. Oh, he knows what he's doing. He has an attorney to back him up.
Okay.
Did you get my top 10 core stocks on
Yeah, I
TikTok
saw
also?
that. I downloaded that TikTok when you gave it the other day, and I just need to write it down. But it was like White Horse, Starbucks,
Yeah,
MO.
I once I do the TikTok on, well, whenever I do it, I go ahead and post it on my TikTok. So it's the latest video.
Yeah.
And let me run by them for our recording.
Okay.
Apple AAPL, AMD Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, Starbucks SBUX, dividend stock, PM Philip Morris dividend stock, WHF Whitehurst Financial dividend stock, NVIDIA NVDA, Tesla TSLA, Chipotle CMG, Netflix NFLX, Palo Alto Networks PANW. Now,
Palo
notice how some
Alto.
dividends. What?
You said Palo Alto over CrowdStrike.
Yes.
Okay.
CrowdStrike. Somebody asked me about that one. I wasn't in that. I commented on that one because somebody asked me about that on the live, and I told them, well, I think it's hit the bottom. It's going to go up.
Yes, exactly.
And I was looking at the chart for that. It wasn't on news.
Mm-hmm.
But if anybody has a hiccup like they did, obviously with a test with probably test and maybe breakthrough support, and then just find the next support, or. And if they have good news, you're going up to resistance and see if they break the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
But Palo Alto Networks PANW, and that's a good CC stock. Netflix is covered call. Chipotle is a covered call, but Chipotle doesn't pay that much, so I'm looking to get more share growth. SG on Chipotle. Tesla's
Okay.
covered call. NVIDIA's covered call. And if you're gonna, what you did is great because you realize that you want to get that share growth, so you want the higher call. So respect to you on that trade. And then Apple's covered call, and Apple's paying more. It's paying about 4.8% right now, so it's hot
Okay.
as hell. And the AMD the same covered call. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 covered call stocks, 3 dividends, and
What is Netflix?
um, what is Netflix?
No, I
Covered
mean
call.
it's a cover call. Okay.
Yeah, and they're only paying about 3%, but I'm
Okay.
happy because I'm getting I'm getting share growth. It's probably going to go to 700.
Yeah, it's so expensive. It eats up so much
Mark my
capital.
words. Well, I mean, they split. I think they split 2-for-1 or 4-for-1 recently.
Yeah.
They're going right back up.
Yeah.
Not recently, but it was like, I don't know. It was
A
like
while back.
it was a while back. It was years ago, but for me, it was in my memory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have the Philip Morris, which I like a little bit better because it's the world market.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not right. It's only 5% dividend, but because the shares are around one something, I don't know, 115, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little share growth. I think in my mind I get a little more share growth than MO, which is MO
Okay.
is more of a steady, higher paid dividend, less share growth.
Mm-hmm.
But look at PM. Don't change anything. But I want you to look at PM. See
Okay.
if you can. I think I break it to new high and go into the 120s probably.
Okay. Will do.
How is your quartet? Is your quartet set up?
Um, for the most part, I'm still I haven't gotten 10 yet. I've gotten 5 at this point. Um, where I'm trading AMD as well, NVIDIA, MO, Walmart, and Amazon. That's where I am right now.
Amazon's a great stock. Is that in your core 10?
Yes,
How many more stocks do you need to complete your core 10?
another 5.
How many dividends do you have?
It would be Walmart is a dividend stock, AMD is a dividend stock.
Is it though? What percent does AMD pay?
Let's see.
I don't count it as a dividend if it's a better to recall stock, and if it doesn't
I
pay a
see.
high dividend.
Oh, not AMD, excuse me. AMD doesn't pay dividends. It's Walmart is like a 1.5% dividends, but it's a really stable stock. It doesn't move up or down um drastically, but it's pretty stable.
Has a steady beta,
Yeah, what is the beta on that one?
and an MO also a good beta on that one.
Yeah, so the beta on Walmart is 0.48.
Do you
And
have the beta for MO?
yeah, let me look at that one. The beta for MO is 0.70.
Both under one, which is
Yeah,
steady. So Walmart's even more steady,
yeah, exactly.
and that's worth something because you want to control your volatility.
Yeah,
Um, Now these stocks will still go down if we have a crash, but you'll notice that they're more
yeah.
solid.
They'll go down slightly, but I found that like Walmart, everybody has to go grocery shopping regardless of what's going on. They may not make as much, but it's one of the stocks that weathers most recessions.
I have a thought. Can you write this down?
Uh-huh.
10 to 20% is a dip, whether it's in the market or a stock
Okay.
down. Okay,
Yeah.
20 to 30% is a correction, in either a stock or the market, and
Yeah.
then 30 to 40% is a crash. And I was watching a video last night. I don't know what it was, but it's talking about crashes, and you always got to be ready for that, and we got to be able to tolerate that as traders.
Yes.
So don't ever have a situation where that's going to wipe you out. You want to look at your drawdown.
Yep.
We talked about drawdown.
Yes.
Look at your puts, establish some SPY puts,
Yep.
and you can of course trim your positions, but ultimately, if we had a let's say a correction or a bear market, it's much more respective. You can trade that market instead of just being in cash.
Yeah.
So you add in a bear market, you're adding your puts. For example, you're going short, but you're also what? You're buying the dip, right?
Yep.
And when you buy the dip, you're selling your weakest position to release cash.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that we always have cash to. Well, we do always have cash. We have to have cash as far as being able to buy the dip. So we sell our weakest position, which is not doing nothing. Which if we're in the position for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, it's not doing nothing for us. That's a loser. We'll sell that, release the cash. We use the cash to buy the dip, whether it's Chipotle, Starbucks, or we have the market correction.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, questions.
No, I'm like I said, I'm good at this point. I like where we're going.
Are we
I
at our time?
Yeah, I think we're at our time at this point.
Great. Let's close let's close at a wrap it up with a win. Take that
Yep.
as a win. And send me some homework and double check the math on these dividends.
Okay.
And we talked about your number,
My number.
meaning the number you need to retire the stock market, that dollar value.
Yeah, I said about 3-4 million.
Okay. I want to talk about that more next week.
Okay.
I have some ideas about that.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. You have a
See you
great
next
day.
Saturday.
Yep.
All right, credits. Have a good weekend.
All right. Take care. Good luck in the market next week.
You too. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.